My Eufy security system went down for a complete month and I couldn't do anything about it, all because one device stopped working. Welcome back everybody to Bad Tech, where I try to be brutally honest about the products I review and the companies I deal with. And today this is my first Eufy Experience update. And I call it the Eufy Experience because I don't only just have a complete security system by them, I have smart locks, I have these crazy mop vacuums that self-empty, and I even have smart lights I haven't set up yet. So I am fully committed to the Eufy ecosystem, and there's a really simple reason for that. And that's because their products are genuinely just really high quality. The apps are good, the products are well built, and they continue to do updates and create innovative products every year. And it's been over a year and a half of having their cameras with no problems, until one of my products went down, which caused the rest of a ton of my products to also not work for a full month. Which, if you have a security system, you typically want it running without a 1 month break. And unfortunately, this whole process led me to deal with Eufy support and Eufy's warranty process. And I was honestly less than impressed and less than pleased. And it does worry me a little bit. If this happened to me, how many other people have had to deal with this? So let's start by breaking down why my whole security system pretty much stopped working because one device went down. So this right here is the Eufy Homebase, maybe one of the most important products that they have. Actually, a lot of different camera brands have these. They basically act as like a home base. Yeah, the name. Okay. And your cameras will basically connect to this and they will send all the videos to this. This has internal storage as well, typically expandable. And it also gives your cameras a bunch of extra features, especially with Eufy's newest one, the Homebase 3. When I first started buying Eufy cameras, I bought a lot of their, I guess it was their second generation models running on the Homebase 2. So I started building my ecosystem around that. And eventually I found that they have these really cool solar cameras. But the catch was, you can't use those cameras without having the Homebase 3. So a lot like gaming companies do, their device was not backwards compatible with the previous Homebase. But even worse, you can't use those products without the Homebase 3. So I was in a situation where I had a bunch of second generation cameras, and some of them which would only run on the Homebase 2, and then I wanted to purchase additional cameras that would only run on the Homebase 3. And this forced me to run both Homebases at the exact same time. Now, Eufy does offer a lot of standalone cameras that not only doesn't require a Homebase, you can just connect them directly to your router and utilize internal storage. But in this case, as soon as that Homebase disconnects from the internet or stops working, those cameras, which I had 3 of them, became completely useless. So now before we get into this next section where I talk about my experience with their warranty, which was not good for a number of reasons, you're gonna see why, I wanna make a quick correction from my previous part of the video. It seems like since I purchased my Eufy Homebase 3, there has been a bunch of compatibility added to older devices. Now, all of the wired video doorbells are still not compatible, which means if you have a wired video doorbell, you're going to have to still use a Homebase 2 if it needs it, or just connect it via your router, which sucks. But it looks like the majority of other devices are now compatible with the Homebase 3. Not everything, but at least the majority. So I'm gonna read off the emails, and I'm also gonna put them on screen here of the process I went through with Eufy in order for them to actually follow through with the warranty. Now, before I even contacted support, I did all of the necessary steps to try to fix the problem, and some based on my tech experience, which basically means I unplugged the device and let it sit and then plugged it back in. But essentially what happened is my device, my Homebase 3, stopped connecting to the internet. It would not take the Ethernet cable. And a terrible part about the Homebase 3 is you can't actually just connect it with Wi-Fi right away. It has to be Ethernet, and then you can switch it over, which is really, really dumb. They should change that. So after spending 2 weeks trying to go through various fix steps, reading Reddit threads, going through all of their self-help that they offer through the app, which they want you to do before you contacted them, I finally contacted them. Now, the initial support agent, I actually don't have the messages from because it was just via live chat, but I have the emails to the agent that they forwarded me to, because basically that support agent was just telling me the same stuff that I had already read, such as unplug the device, reset your router. Now here's the first email I received from Eufy. I'm gonna read it off my phone because it'd be ridiculous for me to remember all this. Dear customer, thank you for contacting us in today's chat, and sorry I haven't been able to resolve your issue with your device. In order to better assist you, please provide us with the following information. So they wanted an invoice and a screenshot and an order number and delivery address of the first order for verification. So that's basically just me proving to them, hey, this is when I purchased my Homebase. That way they know from that first part whether the warranty is still intact. Now, pretty much every Eufy product has a 1-year warranty, so keep that in mind as we go through these email threads. They wanted the serial number of the device, my current shipping address, a video showing the issue, which I'm going to show you guys right here, which video I sent them. So I have my Homebase connected to my modem, and you can see the light flickering there. It just flickers orange. I already tried reconnecting my Homebase too, and that one still reconnects, but this one is just stuck on solid red. I've also done the pin reset multiple times where it blinks blue. I've reset my modem. It is not my modem. It has something to do with this Homebase because this one still connects to Ethernet. So I also can't send the logs because this device has already been disconnected because I tried to reset it because it wasn't taking the internet connection anymore. It's just in a loop where it says, please connect to your internet. That's it. Once you have all this requested information, a specialist from our support team will contact you within 1 to 2 business days to help you resolve the issue. We apologize for any inconvenience, whatever, all good. So that was pretty much it. And I was actually okay with that response. The way they kind of framed everything there, it seemed like as long as it's within the warranty period, we're gonna take care of you, no more issues. So I replied with all the information, of course, address and serial number I'm going to black out here. And of course, also a screenshot of when I purchased it, proving that it was purchased on October 1st, 2023, which is of course within the 1-year warranty. So this is the response I got from Eufy. Dear customer, thank you for contacting with us. We are sorry to hear your experience with the product. If your Eufy Homebase 3 will no longer be connected via the internet, here are several troubleshooting steps you can take to resolve the issue. Basic troubleshooting steps. Check Ethernet and cable. Anyways, I'm not gonna read all this. They basically, I already had an email thread with them. I had already explained it to everything. They got me to send them all this information and they didn't read any of that. And they just sent me the same steps that I had already done 10 times. By following all these steps systematically, you should be able to diagnose and resolve the issue of your Homebase 3 not connecting to Ethernet. Ensuring a stable connection is crucial for the proper functioning of your home security system. If you have any questions, please let us know. Eufy, why would I be telling you it won't connect to the Ethernet, telling you I did everything I could do, and you are avoiding warranty responsibility? And I'm gonna continue to prove that. Give me a sec. I already tried all this. That's why I contacted your support. Seems pretty obvious. Thank you for your email again and letting us make this right for you. We are sorry again for the disappointment encountered with your product. For non-defective returns, they called this a non-defective return. Shipping costs must be covered by the buyer. I want to say this again. The Ethernet port stopped working and they called this a non-defective return. To return your product, ship it to basically to Anchor, which is Eufy's main company. Your package will undergo a thorough inspection once it arrives at our facility. This is to ensure that the contents of the package are confirmed and match your return requests. Any replacement process will only commence after the inspection is complete and all contents and packages are verified. We strive to process all returns as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna stop it there. This again doesn't sound like a warranty experience. This sounds like, for some reason, now they think I'm trying to return the product. Which again, think how long this process is taking while I am still waiting at home, not able to use my smart lock camera, not able to use my front-facing camera, and not able to use my video doorbell, because they all require Homebase 3. And here's my response. How is this not a defective return? You guys expect me to spend a week plus with my whole security system down while I wait for you to inspect it, since you built your cameras without the ability to use it without Homebase 3. It's been less than a year since I bought this Homebase. I expect more out of Eufy and Anchor. Which I do. You are a very, very well-known company, a big brand. Take care of your customers. Dear customer, thank you for your email. Thank you for letting us make this right for you. We are sorry for the hassle caused. This is a disappointment and unusual. We will address this with our technical team to avoid the issue happening in the future. We understand your discontentment, and we can offer you a 20% discount on your new purchase. The product is under warranty. It is under warranty, and it stopped working. Your product stopped working. You tried to get me to pay to send it back to you so you can inspect it. You tried to give me a 20% discount. You already know it's within warranty. Here's my response. Wait, let me get this straight. I bought this 9 months ago. I can't use three of my devices without it. $500 smart lock, $200 solar camera, $200 video doorbell. I've spent over $5,000 in the last year on Eufy and Anchor products. That's true. My own money, by the way. Homebase 3 stops connecting to the Ethernet port randomly. I spent hours trying to figure this out before contacting support, but you want me to buy a new one with 20% off. How can you even say your technical team says it won't happen again when you don't know what the issue is? Interesting response, Eufy. Now, this was at the point where I had almost given up and I was like, I'm just gonna order a new Homebase 3. I'm already committed to the ecosystem. I'm hoping this is a glitch. The support sucks, but their products are good. Thank you for getting back to us, and we are very sorry for the inconvenience have caused for you. It seems you are experiencing persistent issues Ethernet connection to your Eufy Homebase 3. This can be frustrating, especially when you already tried removing and reconnecting it. Let's work through some potential solutions. And they go through more solutions that they have already said. Here's my response. Are you guys joking? I have told you. I have tried these steps already. The device is not taking an Ethernet connection. Nothing has changed. I've spent hours on this. And I'm not exaggerating. I've literally spent 5 hours trying to do a pin reset, trying different reset methods online, trying to disconnect, reconnect, everything. Would not take it. Now here is my next response. Does your security camera products not have a 1-year warranty? Why am I having to try to spend hours trying to deal with this while receiving the same message from your support team? Now they say, so sorry to hear from your sentiment. Yes, based on our system, your Eufy Security Homebase has a 1-year warranty. So they finally acknowledge the warranty. So why are you guys not replacing the device for me? I'm confused why this is so difficult. Now they go through this long email, which I'm not going to read, basically finally sending me a shipping label, which they put my home address as the to address. So I was the only reason that was caught. I actually told them, are you guys sure that the label is right? It says to on my address, want to double check it? In which case they respond. They say, thank you for getting back to us. I apologize for any confusion caused by the previous agent's mistake. We will investigate this further to make sure to correct any necessary details to provide with assistance. That's all they say. They don't address the shipping label. So what am I doing here? Half my cameras aren't working currently. I have no Homebase 3. What is going on? It's been well over a week trying to deal with this. And they finally send me the shipping label. So I can print it out and I can send this back to them. Now that is basically where it ends. I shipped it out to them, and surprising enough, I received a new one from Amazon within, it was like 3 days, 3 business days. So the inspection process obviously wasn't anything too intense. But I want to mention to you, I started this chat on July 16th after already trying for a week to fix the problem. The chat didn't get resolved until a week later. And there was some time in between all that too. So it was close to a month that my 3 devices were down. Now for me, there's 2 reasons for these issues. I'm gonna explain them really quickly. For one, either the company hired a really, really bad support firm. Now I know there is companies out there that basically take care of the support for multiple big name companies. But you're Eufy and you should require better support. Knowledgeable people, pay knowledgeable people that know how to handle the process, so you're not getting jumbled around to 20 different agents explaining the same thing over and over again. Because there is something to be said for companies that make the process so hard that you don't want to do it and you give up and you take the 20%, or you pay the shipping, or you just go out and buy a new one yourself. So I want you guys to let me know down below, have you had any experience with Eufy's support at all with their warranty process? To me, this was a completely unacceptable experience. And I really hope Eufy considers fixing some of these problems in the future. Now, I'll be doing my next Eufy Experience update in about 3 months, where I go over my 2 new Eufy vacuums, which I really like so far. There's a few small problems that I want to go over, so make sure you guys subscribe so you can come back and watch that video later. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.